Hey there, and welcome to the Wonderdino channel. Today we're diving into some of the largest, most devastating wars in human history. These aren't just stories of battles and treaties. They're about societies transformed and the lasting ripples of conflict. From global struggles that redrew the map to internal conflicts that tore nations apart, we'll explore the complexities, tragedies, and enduring legacies of these 5 massive wars. We'll discuss the causes, key players, devastating consequences, and how these events continue to shape our world. So buckle up, grab your thinking cap, and let's dive into the often messy, always complicated history of large-scale human conflict. Let's get started. World War II, a conflict that engulfed the globe, altering the course of history forever. It was a global conflict that drew in over 100 million people from more than 30 countries, each nation contributing to a war effort that spanned continents and oceans. The estimated 70 to 85 million deaths are staggering, each representing a life lost, a family shattered, and a community forever changed. These numbers remind us of the immense human cost of war. Beyond the battlefield, it reshaped the political landscape, leading to the rise of superpowers, the formation of the United Nations, and the beginning of the Cold War. The geopolitical shifts set the stage for decades of tension and diplomacy. Technological advancements from jet engines to nuclear weapons forever changed warfare. These innovations, born out of necessity, pushed the boundaries of science and engineering, leaving a legacy that continues to influence military strategy today. The Holocaust, a systematic genocide, claimed the lives of 6 million Jews, a stark reminder of human cruelty. It stands as a somber testament to the depths of human depravity and the importance of vigilance against hatred. From blitzkrieg in Europe to island hopping in the Pacific, World War II was a war of movement, innovation, and destruction. Strategies evolved rapidly, with each side seeking to outmaneuver the other in a deadly game of chess. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki ended the war but ushered in the nuclear age. These events highlighted the devastating power of nuclear weapons and the urgent need for international arms control. Ordinary people, soldiers, civilians, resistance fighters, fought and endured. Their daily lives were marked by hardship and sacrifice, yet they persevered, driven by hope and the desire for peace. Their stories, courage, and resilience are as important as those of generals and politicians. These individuals, often unsung heroes, played crucial roles in shaping the outcome of the war. Understanding World War II helps us understand the present and shape the future. By studying this pivotal period, we gain insights into the complexities of global conflict and the importance of diplomacy and cooperation. The lessons of World War II are foundational to our world today. They remind us of the fragility of peace and the need for vigilance in safeguarding it. Let's remember the human cost and strive for a future free from such horrors. By honoring the past, we commit to building a world where peace and understanding prevail over conflict and division. World War I, often called the Great War, was a monumental event that reshaped the world in profound ways. It brought about political upheaval, social change, and left a lasting trauma that echoed through generations. The war was a turning point in history, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a new world order. It all began with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in 1914, an event that set off a chain reaction spiraling into a global conflict that lasted until 1918. The war drew in nations from across the globe, each entangled in a web of alliances and enmities. The battlefield was transformed by new technologies. Machine guns and tanks became symbols of modern warfare, changing the dynamics of combat forever. Chemical weapons introduced a new level of horror as soldiers faced the terrifying reality of gas attacks, necessitating the use of gas masks for survival. Trench warfare on the Western Front was a grueling and deadly stalemate, claiming millions of lives as soldiers endured unimaginable conditions. The estimated death toll ranges from 15 to 20 million, a staggering loss that left families and nations in mourning. Beyond the battlefield, the war disrupted economies, leading to widespread famine and the spread of disease, including the devastating Spanish flu pandemic that followed. The war led to significant political changes, including the collapse of long-standing empires like the Austro-Hungarian and Ottoman empires, and sparked revolutions, most notably the Russian Revolution of 1917. In the aftermath, new ideologies emerged, reshaping political landscapes. The Bolshevik Revolution marked the rise of communism, while other ideologies also gained traction. The Treaty of Versailles officially ended the war in 1919, but its harsh terms sowed the seeds of future conflict, setting the stage for World War II. The war's impact on art, literature, and culture was profound, reflecting the deep psychological scars left on society. Artists and writers grappled with the horrors they had witnessed, leading to new movements and expressions. The lessons of World War I remain relevant today, highlighting the dangers of unchecked nationalism, which can lead to devastating consequences. The destructive potential of militarism was laid bare, as nations poured resources into building powerful armies and arsenals. In response, the League of Nations was formed, an early attempt at international diplomacy and cooperation to prevent future conflicts. As we remember the sacrifices made by those who fought and died, we must strive for a future free from such horrors, honoring their memory by working towards peace. The Great War demonstrated the devastating potential of modern technology, as innovations in warfare led to unprecedented destruction. It also highlighted the fragility of peace, showing how easily it can be shattered by ambition and aggression. It's a story we must continue to explore, learn from, and remember. By studying the past, we can better understand the present and work towards a more peaceful future. The Napoleonic Wars, led by Napoleon Bonaparte, reshaped Europe's political landscape from 1803 to 1815. Napoleon, a brilliant military strategist, transformed France into a powerful empire. The wars pitted France against a shifting coalition of European powers. Napoleon's military genius and ability to inspire his troops were legendary. His disastrous invasion of Russia in 1812 marked the beginning of his decline. After a series of defeats, Napoleon was exiled to Elba in 1814. His brief return to power ended with his final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. The Napoleonic Wars, despite their devastating cost, had a lasting impact on Europe. They spread revolutionary ideas, nationalism, and led to the redrawing of national borders. The Napoleonic Code influenced legal systems worldwide. Napoleon's reforms in administration, education, and the economy transformed French society. The wars marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new one, shaped by nationalism and revolutionary ideas. Let's explore this fascinating chapter in history and appreciate its enduring relevance. The Taiping Rebellion, a massive civil war in China from 1850 to 1864, claimed an estimated 20 to 30 million lives. This conflict, one of the deadliest in human history, was fueled by a mix of social, economic, and religious factors that created a perfect storm of unrest and upheaval. Led by Hong Xiuquan, a charismatic leader who believed himself to be the younger brother of Jesus Christ, the rebellion promised a utopian society. Hong's vision was not just a political revolution, but a spiritual one, aiming to transform the very fabric of Chinese society. The Taiping Heavenly Kingdom called for social equality and land redistribution. These radical ideas were revolutionary at the time, challenging the deeply entrenched feudal system and offering hope to millions of impoverished peasants. The rebellion challenged the established order and Confucian hierarchy, which had dominated Chinese culture for centuries. It was a direct threat to the Qing dynasty, which was already struggling with internal corruption and external pressures. The Taiping army captured major cities and implemented radical social reforms. These reforms included the abolition of private property, the establishment of communal wealth, and the promotion of gender equality, which were groundbreaking for the era. However, internal divisions and the combined forces of the Qing government and foreign powers eventually crushed the rebellion. The lack of unity among the Taiping leaders and the superior military tactics of their opponents led to their downfall. The Taiping Rebellion significantly weakened the Qing dynasty, paving the way for its eventual collapse in 1912. This period of instability set the stage for future revolutions and the eventual rise of modern China. It exposed deep social and economic problems in China, highlighting the need for reform and modernization. The rebellion underscored the vast disparities between the ruling elite and the common people, which would continue to fuel discontent. The rebellion also impacted China's relationship with the West, contributing to foreign influence in Chinese affairs. Western powers, seeing an opportunity, increased their involvement in China. further complicating the nation's path to sovereignty. The Taiping Rebellion is a complex chapter in Chinese history, marked by religious fervor, social upheaval, and violence. It was a time when the old ways were questioned, and new ideas were fiercely debated and fought over. It's a story of hope and a desire for a better world where the dream of a utopian society inspired countless individuals to fight for change, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Let's remember the individual stories and the enduring legacy of this tumultuous period. The personal accounts of those who lived through the rebellion offer invaluable insights into the human cost of such a monumental struggle. The Taiping Rebellion teaches us about the power of belief and the complexities of social change. It serves as a reminder of the potential for both great progress and great destruction when people unite under a common cause. The Second Sino-Japanese War, fought between China and Japan from 1937 to 1945, was a pivotal event in 20th century history. The war began with the Marco Polo Bridge incident and quickly escalated. Japan, driven by imperial ambitions, launched a full-scale invasion of China. The Chinese fought a courageous but desperate defense. The war was marked by horrific atrocities, including the Nanking Massacre. The estimated death toll ranges from 15 to 20 million. China's resistance tied down a significant portion of Japan's military forces. The war weakened the nationalist government, paving the way for the communist victory in 1949. It also impacted China's relationship with Japan, leaving a legacy of resentment and mistrust. The war contributed to new political movements and power dynamics in East Asia. The legacy of the war continues to shape the political landscape of East Asia. The Second Sino-Japanese War teaches us about the dangers of unchecked militarism and the importance of international cooperation. Let's remember the sacrifices made and strive for a future free from such horrors. Outro lessons from the battlefield of history. Thanks for sticking with us through this heavy journey through some of history's largest and most impactful wars. These aren't just stories from the past. They continue to shape our present and influence our future. From World War II to the Taiping Rebellion, these conflicts offer valuable lessons about human nature and the consequences of conflict. They remind us of the importance of diplomacy, cooperation, and understanding. If you found this video insightful, please consider liking and sharing it. And don't forget to subscribe to the Wonder Dino channel for more explorations of history, culture, and the human experience. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.